The dynamic between you and your person has been marked by a lot of fluctuating energy, constant highs and lows. This ongoing push and pull created an emotionally challenging environment, one that ultimately pushed you to turn your focus inward. Instead of staying trapped in the unpredictable cycle, you made a conscious choice to prioritize yourself and your life's purpose. This shift in energy hasn't gone unnoticed. While you've been dedicating your efforts to self-growth and personal development, your person has become increasingly fixated on thoughts of you. Their obsession is now clear, though it comes from a late realization of your true worth. In the past, you invested so much time, energy, and unconditional love into this connection, giving without hesitation and forgiving their mistakes over and over, even when they hurt you. You were patient and understanding, providing them with a safe and nurturing space, something no one else may have offered them. Yet, despite your unwavering efforts, your person failed to understand the value of what you were giving. They took your love for granted. Your kindness and devotion were things your person could always rely on, no matter how they treated you. However, everything changed when you decided to reclaim your power. You recognized that the situation was no longer serving you and was instead draining you. Walking away from the manipulation and inconsistency wasn't easy, but it was necessary. By stepping back, you sent a clear message, not only to your person but also to yourself, that you would no longer tolerate being undervalued. This decision marked a turning point, shifting the balance of the relationship. Choosing not to chase them anymore has had a profound impact on your person. They are now coming to terms with the reality that if they don't cherish what they have, they risk losing it for good. This realization has struck them deeply, leaving them with regret over how they mishandled the relationship. They now see that their attempts to play mind games or test your boundaries were huge mistakes. The manipulative tactics they used, possibly as a defense mechanism, only pushed you further away. What's particularly painful for them is realizing that your love for them was never conditional. You stood by them through every hardship, regardless of time, distance, or circumstance. However, they failed to see the rarity and depth of your love. Instead, they projected their own fears and insecurities onto you, assuming you were like others from their past, people who abandoned them when things got tough. Their assumption blinded them to the truth of your loyalty and commitment. Now, your person is starting to realize the toll their on and off behavior took on you. The emotional instability, constant uncertainty, and lack of clarity drained your energy over time. They can see now that their actions left you with no choice but to create distance for your own well-being. When you pulled back, you didn't just step away from them, you redirected your energy toward yourself. This newfound focus on your own goals and aspirations is empowering you and fueling your growth. Your person is keenly aware of this transformation. Your reinvestment in yourself is not only inspiring but also serves as a wake-up call for them. They are beginning to understand that your decision to walk away wasn't due to a lack of love, but because you refused to endure the same cycle of pain and manipulation. They now understand that your love was a gift, one that they mishandled due to their own fears and unresolved issues. This realization has left them with a deep sense of loss, as they recognize that their actions led to the very outcome they feared most, losing you. As you continue to focus on your life purpose, your person is left struggling with their emotions. Their obsession with you stems from a deep yearning to make things right, but it's still uncertain whether they will take the necessary steps to heal and grow. The future of the connection depends on their ability to confront their own patterns and truly appreciate what you brought into their life. For now, your decision to prioritize yourself has shifted the energy in a powerful way, allowing you to reclaim your strength and independence, while leaving your person to face the consequences of their actions. I miss you more than words can ever express, more than you could possibly realize. Everywhere I go, I see signs that remind me of you, subtle, almost invisible to others, but glaringly obvious to me. It feels like the universe is speaking, whispering your name through the songs that play, the places I visit, and even the random conversations I overhear. Each sign pulls at my heartstrings, deepening the ache of your absence. What hurts the most isn't just the memories or the signs, but the undeniable truth that you're not here with me physically. The silence between us feels unbearable, like an endless void. I hate it when you're not talking to me, and it's breaking me to admit that this might be the longest period we've ever gone without seeing or speaking to each other. It's an emptiness I never thought I'd have to face, and yet here I am. I am surrounded by it every single morning. Without fail, I wake up and instinctively reach for my phone, desperately hoping to see your name flash across the screen, a message, a missed call, anything to show me that you still think about me. But day after day, reality sets in, and the crushing weight of your absence presses down on me. I can't escape the feeling that I am the one who ruined everything, the one who broke the magic of what we had, the one who caused this deep rift between us. I never thought this day would come. I never imagined you would truly walk away. No matter how complicated things became in the past, you always came back, you always returned, even when the storm seemed impossible to weather. But this time is different. This time, there is only silence. You've said nothing, given no sign, and it's tearing me apart in ways I can't even put into words. I keep waiting, hoping, praying for something, anything, that might tell me you haven't completely closed the door on us. Please, I'm begging you, send me a sign. Let me know you still think about me, that you haven't given up on what we had, because I haven't given up on you. Not even for a second. Trust me when I say this, you're all I think about. You occupy my mind, my heart, my every waking thought. My world feels incomplete without you. Your presence, your emotional support, your love, it was everything to me, and it still is. I can't imagine a future without you in it. Every dream I have for tomorrow includes you. Without you by my side, the path ahead feels unclear, uncertain, and unbearably lonely. You gave my life meaning, a depth and richness I never knew was possible until I met you. You are what I need, what I long for, and without you, I feel lost. How could you leave me like this? How could you walk away when I am still holding on, still fighting, still hoping for us? I'm making every effort I can to fix what was broken and prove that we can overcome this. Can't you see that? Can't you see how much I need you in my life? I know I've made mistakes, and I take full responsibility for them. I know I let you down, that I contributed to the struggles we faced, but I also know the love we shared was real, it was powerful, magical, and worth fighting for. I believe in that love with everything I have. I believe in us, and I believe that we can find our way back to each other if only you're willing to try. I don't know what you're thinking right now. I don't know if you miss me too or if you've already started to move on. The thought of you forgetting me, of you letting go of what we had, is unbearable. But even if that's the case, I need you to know that I'll never stop caring about you. I'll never stop loving you. You mean too much to me to ever let go completely. So please, send me a sign, let me know there's still hope, that there's still a chance for us. I'm not ready to give up on you, and I don't think I ever will be. You've touched my life in ways no one else ever could. You've made me believe in love, in connection, and in something greater than myself. And now, Without you, I feel like a part of me is missing. I'm here, waiting, hoping, and holding on for us. I'm not giving up. I'm still fighting for you, for us, for the love we shared. I only hope that deep down, you feel the same. Your partner initially tried to control the dynamics of your relationship by creating distance between you, choosing to withdraw rather than face the complexities of your connection. At the time, this strategy seemed to give them a sense of control, but now it's clear that their approach has backfired. They are beginning to realize that you are no longer feeding into the situation or allowing their behavior to dictate your actions. Instead of chasing them or seeking validation, you made the empowering decision to stop contacting them altogether. This deliberate choice demonstrates your self-respect and sets clear boundaries, signaling that you are waiting for them to take responsibility for their actions and to approach you when they are truly ready to address the relationship with sincerity. This shift in your attitude has left your partner feeling sidelined and somewhat abandoned. They are beginning to feel the impact of your withdrawal, especially as they see how you've redirected your energy toward yourself. With renewed confidence, you are focusing on your own growth and well-being, stepping back into the world with a determination to live your life fully and independently. This newfound self-assurance has not gone unnoticed by your partner, who now finds themselves grappling with the consequences of their earlier choices. The very control they sought to maintain has slipped away, and they are left reflecting on the emptiness created by their own actions. Their previous behavior, marked by deception and an unwillingness to commit, has taken an emotional toll on both of you. The inconsistency and lack of transparency they displayed created a sense of instability and uncertainty in the relationship, leaving you both emotionally drained and mentally strained for a long time. You likely found yourself caught in a cycle of hope and disappointment, trying to navigate the complexities of their mixed signals. However, as difficult as those experiences were, they have also been transformative. The challenges you faced have taught you invaluable lessons about your own strength and resilience. You have learned to detach from external circumstances and remain grounded, regardless of the behavior of others. This inner transformation has allowed you to rise above the turmoil and prioritize your own peace and happiness. As you focus on rebuilding your life and embracing your independence, your partner is beginning to feel the weight of their choices. They are coming to terms with the reality of what they have lost and are starting to understand the depth of the pain their actions have caused. Feelings of remorse and regret are surfacing as they reflect on how their behavior has not only hurt you but also damaged the trust and connection that once existed between you. They recognize that their attempts to distance themselves or avoid commitment were misguided and have only led to further alienation. Your partner's feelings of guilt are accompanied by a desire to make amends, and they are yearning to restore the harmony and affection that once defined your relationship. While they may not have fully figured out how to bridge the gap, it is clear that they now value what you brought to their life and regret taking it for granted. They are beginning to see that true connection requires effort, honesty, and mutual respect, qualities they failed to uphold in the past. At this point, there is a noticeable lack of communication between you and your person, leading them to feel more and more disconnected from both you and the bond you once shared. They view you as someone fully engaged in your own life, distant and seemingly out of reach. It appears to them as though you've let go of this connection, releasing all expectations and leaving the outcome to a higher power. This perceived detachment is intensifying their sense of loneliness and regret, causing them to enter a period of deep introspection. Your person has withdrawn into solitude, reflecting on the consequences of their actions, or lack of them, that have brought your relationship to this fragile state. In this space of isolation, they are beginning to face uncomfortable truths about themselves, realizing how their avoidance, failure to take meaningful steps, and other behaviors have negatively affected your connection. This realization is not coming easily for your person. It is accompanied by an overwhelming wave of regret that has taken away their peace. Sleepless nights have become routine as their mind constantly races, wondering how things might have turned out differently if they had acted with more integrity and emotional maturity. A painful truth is emerging for them: their own deception and inflated ego played a significant role in sabotaging the connection. They are now seeing clearly how their dishonesty, pride, and reluctance to be vulnerable created a rift between the two of you. It is becoming undeniable that their actions, or lack of accountability, have been a major factor in the strain within your relationship. Your person is haunted by memories of past arguments, moments of anger, and the lies they told, all of which have damaged the trust and friendship that once existed between you. As they reflect on these moments, they are overwhelmed with a deep sense of loss and remorse. They realize how their actions not only hurt you but also deprived them of the unique bond you shared. The friendship that once brought them comfort and joy has been tarnished, leaving them with an empty void. In their solitude, they are consumed by self-pity and regret, struggling to accept that they have pushed away one of the few people who truly understood and cared for them. The absence of your support is hitting them hard, and they are beginning to grasp how much they relied on your presence, your understanding, and your unwavering support, even in the toughest times. They now feel completely alone, with no one to turn to for comfort or guidance. This realization has deepened their sense of depression and regret, creating an almost unbreakable cycle of self-blame. In their eyes, they've pushed away the one person who could have helped them find clarity and healing during this dark time. Despite their deep regret and awareness of their mistakes, they are also overwhelmed by a strong longing for you. Your absence weighs heavily on them, intensifying their inner turmoil. They need you in their life, not just as a source of comfort, but as a grounding presence that reminds them of their potential to become a better version of themselves. Yet, they are paralyzed by fear and uncertainty, unsure whether it's even possible to repair the connection they've so deeply damaged. During this time of isolation and reflection, they are struggling with the weight of their choices and the consequences of their actions. They are coming to the painful realization that change is necessary, but they feel lost as to how to begin. The lack of communication between the two of you only deepens their despair, as they have no way of knowing whether there's still a chance to make things right or if the connection has been permanently severed. Their heart is heavy with the awareness of their mistakes, and they are left to face the consequences of their behavior and solitude. Ultimately, your person is going through a profound emotional reckoning, confronting the full extent of their faults and the ways they have jeopardized a relationship that once brought them immense joy and comfort. While they long for reconciliation and the opportunity to restore what's been lost, they are also overwhelmed by guilt, shame, and regret. They feel a deep need for you in their life but are uncertain if they deserve another chance. For now, they remain trapped in a cycle of introspection and self-doubt, yearning for a resolution that feels increasingly out of reach. You have no idea just how much has changed behind closed doors. Life has taken unexpected turns. I never imagined it would come to this, and yet, in the midst of it all, my thoughts always return to you. I've tried to suppress my feelings, tried to move on and convince myself I could bury them, but I can't deny it any longer. How I feel for you is something far beyond what words can express. Despite everything we've been through, no matter how far apart we may have drifted or how much life has tried to change me, my heart remains steadfast. My feelings for you are as strong as they ever were, unwavering and enduring. I truly believe that no one else in this world could ever take your place in my life. You are irreplaceable. I know you might think I've left for good, that I'm never coming back. I understand why you might feel that way, but I need you to trust me and look beyond the surface, beyond the illusions and doubts that cloud your mind. Even if it seems like I've been distant, you need to know that every step I've taken has been a step back toward you. I'm coming back, but this time, I want to do it right. I'm planning everything carefully, quietly, and deliberately. I'm doing this quietly because I don't want anyone to hold me back, to distract me, or to stop me from making the necessary changes. I need to focus on what truly matters, **a star. You have my full attention, my love. There is no one else and nothing else that matters. So please, don't worry. My heart is set on this, and nothing will sway me. It's incredible to think about how far I've come, and the truth is, I owe so much of it to you. You've always been there for me, whether you realized it or not, guiding me, supporting me, and encouraging me to face my fears. You helped me step outside my comfort zone and see myself for who I truly am, accepting my truth without the fear of judgment. You gave me the courage to embrace what I was too afraid to acknowledge. That truth, the one I've finally accepted, is that you are the only person I've ever truly feared losing. Looking back, I see just how much of an impact you've had on my life. Your presence, your words, and your unwavering belief in me have been a constant source of strength. Even when I felt lost, it was the thought of you that kept me going. When everything seemed to fall apart and I questioned my ability to move forward, your belief in me sparked a fire within me, reminding me that I could overcome anything. Now, as I reflect on all that has changed and all that remains the same, I can't help but feel grateful for you, for your love, and for the way you've shaped me into someone who can face the truth without fear. You've always had this incredible ability to see the best in me, even when I couldn't see it myself. And because of that, I've become stronger, more determined, and more certain of what I want. And what I want is you. I know this journey hasn't been easy, not for either of us. We've faced challenges that tested us in ways we never expected. But through it all, one thing has remained constant: my love for you. It's a love that has stood the test of time, distance, and adversity. A love that refuses to fade, no matter what life tries to throw our way. So here I am, with all my heart laid bare, telling you what I've known all along: you are the one. You are the only person who has ever made me feel this way, the only one who has ever truly mattered. As I make my way back to you, I want you to know that this isn't just about rekindling what we once had. It's about building something even stronger, even deeper, something that can weather any storm. I don't take this lightly, and I don't say these words without thought. You mean everything to me, and I will do whatever it takes to show you that I've come this far because of you. I will go even further to prove that my love for you is real, unwavering, and eternal. You are my truth, my guiding light, and the one person who holds my heart. At the same time, your partner is experiencing a strong conviction that they are your perfect match. They firmly believe that no one else could ever love you as profoundly or as genuinely as they do. This belief strengthens their confidence in your connection, even in the face of any perceived competition. They see themselves as uniquely suited to understand, cherish, and stand by your side through all of life's challenges. This unwavering confidence in their love for you is a cornerstone of how they view your relationship. It's not just about attraction, it's about feeling destined to be the one who loves you in a way that no one else can. Despite this certainty, your partner also recognizes the importance of action. They understand that love isn't just about feeling deeply, it's about expressing those feelings openly and authentically. They know that if they want to keep your commitment, they need to communicate their emotions more clearly. For too long, they may have assumed that their feelings were understood or that their actions spoke louder than words. But now, they realize that, to prevent the possibility of you moving on with someone else, they need to openly express their heart and let you know exactly how they feel. This realization isn't driven solely by fear, it's about love.